Imagine you're standing in a crowded room. Who holds the real power? It's rarely the person with the loudest voice or the most impressive title. True influence often hides in plain sight, mastered by those who have survived at the margins of society by learning exactly how the human heart and mind really works. Centuries ago, a renowned political strategist turned his gaze away from kings and battlefields to study a different kind of expert: 400 women navigating the brutal social landscape of Renaissance Italy. These women had no armies or official status, yet they moved the men who ran the world. What he discovered wasn't a lesson in morality, but a masterclass in human nature that explains every relationship and power dynamic you navigate today. Here are 5 psychological laws uncovered from the shadows of history. Truth 1. The economy of illusion. The first revelation is that people do not hunger for reality, they hunger for a feeling. The most influential figures are rarely the most talented or the most honest, they are the masters of emotional mirroring. Human beings are not logical creatures. We are emotional ones who use logic only after the fact to justify how we already feel. By reflecting a person's deepest desires back at them, you provide the illusion they desperately need to believe. In a world of facts, the person who can curate a specific feeling is the one who controls the room. Truth 2. The power of strategic scarcity. The author of The Prince noticed a strange paradox. The person who needs less controls more. We are often taught that being constantly available and warm builds a bond, but according to the master strategist, perpetual availability actually causes desire to collapse. Psychologically, your brain doesn't release dopamine when it gets a reward. It releases it in the anticipation of one. By occasionally withholding, creating distance, or remaining unpredictable, you trigger an ancient psychological algorithm that forces others to pursue you. Fascination requires a degree of mystery. Without uncertainty, there is no pull. Truth 3. Architecture of reputation. In every social environment, power belongs to the person who controls their own narrative. This reputation architecture is the deliberate act of shaping how the world perceives you, not through what you say, but through what you allow others to see. The women studied in the 15th century understood that scarcity of presence increases your perceived value. They carefully chose when to be seen and when to vanish. Whether you realize it or not, every interaction you have is a brick in the structure of your reputation. The question is, are you the one building it, or are you letting the crowd design it for you? Truth 4. Vulnerability as a tactical tool. While the Florentine strategist is famous for saying, "It is better to be feared than loved," he also recognized that selective openness is a devastatingly effective tool. When you share a genuine vulnerability, the other person's brain releases oxytocin, creating an immediate sense of trust and exclusive intimacy. However, there is a catch. It must be strategic. Indiscriminate oversharing signals instability and creates discomfort. But sharing the right struggle with the right person at the right time acts as a psychological gift. It says, "I trust you with this," and that sentiment is often more powerful than 1,000 flatteries. Truth 5. The ultimate leverage, the exit. The final and most vital truth is that the greatest source of psychological leverage is the credible willingness to walk away. The moment you become dependent, whether emotionally or financially, your power evaporates. The most influential women the strategist observed were those who built their own internal and external resources so that leaving was always a genuine option. Because the threat of their departure was real, they rarely ever had to use it. Power isn't found in clinging to others. It's found in the self-sufficiency that allows you to know your own worth and maintain your exit option. These lessons weren't meant to encourage cruelty. They were meant to end naivety. The master strategist recognized that beneath our social masks, these psychological forces are always at play. The question isn't whether these laws are real. They have governed human behavior for centuries. The real question is, will you learn to navigate them, or will you continue to be ruled by them? If these insights changed how you view your own relationships, let us know in the comments which truth hit home for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the mechanics of the human mind.